Well, check this out. A women's clothing and accessory brand has expanded, moving into the old Arcadia outlet mall. Boy, are they doing big things. And today's Arklatex mate Rick Rowe takes us inside Jane Marie.
Good morning, everybody. You know, I love to take you to places that maybe you've never been. In fact, I've never been here. Now, I've been to the outlet mall in Arcadia. Some of you have as well. But as you know, it closed down. It's kind of reopened in sort of a way. And look at this. Look around here. Okay, you're thinking, okay, it looks like a dress shop, maybe a gift store. And it kind of is, and it kind of isn't, Jeff McGee, because this is an amazing place. It's called Jane Marie. Now, some of you fashion gurus, not me, would know what Jane Marie is. Jane Marie actually started with this guy and his wife, right?
Correct, yes, sir.
Born and raised in Ruston, Louisiana, fell in love in Ruston. Oh, it's got a great little love story, you and your wife. But your wife is a designer, you have a design team, most of them from Lincoln Parish, and you guys have created this amazing business to give folks an idea. So everything here was designed by you, your wife, or this design team, right?
My wife and the design team, yes, sir.
Most of it right here in Lincoln Parish. All right. Now, how many of these things did you sell, Jeff McGee, last year?
Items, we sold about 1 million items.
All right, did you hear that? That's 1 million items. Where did you sell them?
We sold them all over the United States. Every state in the U.S., a little bit in the islands, a touch in the Central America.
Okay. When you go to Buc-ee's, Cracker Barrel?
Yes, Buc-ee's, Cracker Barrel. Most of our accounts are small mom and pop shops. You've probably never heard of them, but a little pharmacy in Foley, Alabama, or a very small little shop in Maine, or they're really all over the country.
How would you describe, well, I mean, it's jewelry, it's sleepwear, it's bags, purses, that kind of thing.
Those are the three big categories, yeah, okay, for adults and kids. Anything that'll help a woman feel confident, optimistic about the future, and just have fun doing it. We want them to feel confident.
Okay, but let's keep walking because I want you to see. Now you heard him say 1 million. That's big. That is a big number, and all of this is technically most of the time just here. You rarely open this up. This is not a retail outlet.
It's not a retail outlet.
Okay.
Usually.
So this is the interior. Those of you who live in Arcadia, been over here, you remember the outlet mall. This used to be a department store, as I recall, right over here.
I think I bought pants as a kid here.
There you go. I think so too. Now, when you walk in, you're going to see, there you go. This is the scope of this business. What am I looking at, Jeff?
You're looking at cups, maybe like Yeti cups. They're double-walled cups. You're looking at here, you've got a ton of bags, and then jewelry is on the right-hand side.
I mean, this gives you an idea of the size of this business. And it started right here, really in Ruston. Now it's kind of moved over to Bienville Parish in Arcadia.
Right.
But with you and your wife.
Yes, sir.
And now look at this, folks.
We've had a lot of help. Yeah.
I understand that. You've got employees. Yes. I mean, you're stimulating the economy in Bienville Parish. Thank God for that. But look at this, folks. Again, it's called Jane Marie. If you want some of his stuff, go online.
JaneMarie.com, yes.
Okay.
Or our next warehouse sale is going to be March the 6th. It's going to be the first weekend in March.
Who knew that something of this size and scope, selling stuff all over America from right here in Arcadia, Louisiana?
Let's switch gears a bit. The most notorious outlaw couple of all time met their fate in a deadly ambush after dining at a cafe in Gibbsland, Louisiana. It's now the site of the Bonnie and Clyde Museum. KTBS 3's Rick Rowe has more in today's Arklatex Made.
Good morning, everybody. Rick Rowe. When you come to Arcadia, Louisiana, you just about have to visit where I am today. In fact, people come from all over the world, literally all over the world, to see this. This is the Bonnie and Clyde Museum in Gibbsland, which is just up the road from Arcadia. And it is amazing. In fact, let me just show you something here. Some of you may know the story, others may not. After they were ambushed and killed, their bodies were taken to Arcadia, to a place called Conyers Funeral Home, and they were laid out much the way these mannequins are laid out this morning. This is actually called the death room. And this is just one of the, man, you talk about blow your mind kind of places. This is amazing. This is Kristen. Kristen is an associate of Perry who really runs the museum. As we walk through this, tell me stories. The people literally, as I said earlier, from all over the world come here. You had a couple from Germany
Yes.
that were doing a world tour.
Yes, sir.
And they made sure in their world tour that they stopped into the Bonnie and Clyde Museum.
Of
Look
all
at this,
places.
folks.
Love
This is, again, this is not the real car. The real death car is at a casino in Nevada. But this is obviously a 1930s vintage car. This was very much like the one that they were killed in, ambushed just a few miles up the road. What do people say when they come by, Kristen?
They love the history, the displays, the
Yeah,
old
the clothes.
clothing.
Is this actually?
That's Bonnie's.
This is actually Bonnie's mink.
Right there.
And there she is wearing it. Wow. Speaking of that, the Derringer, folks, that Bonnie used. Because Perry is a good friend of Clyde Barrow's brother, nephew, he has gained access to the Derringer. There it is. This was actually Bonnie Barrow's Derringer, her pistol. My goodness, look at that. Incredible. People talk about the clothes. These are all vintage clothing. And then you have, the pictures are amazing.
Yes,
I
and they're
mean-
all original. A lot of them come from film, and then Perry had to get them printed out.
Is that right? Look at this. Look at this old door from the Wellington House. So this is one of their shootouts, wasn't it?
Yes.
This is actually a door from one of the places where they had a big shootout, and I think Bonnie was wounded.
Yes.
This gives you an idea. You talk about guns. They're really interested in the guns. Go over and show the folks the guns here. A lot of these are actual guns used by Clyde and Bonnie?
Yes, and other gangsters throughout the years.
Look at that. This is an amazing
it.
collection.
I know, I
Wow.
agree.
And then when you pan to your left, you see the bodies as they would have looked after they were cleaned
And
up
that's
a
the
bit.
actual pictures.
These are the real pictures in the Conyers Funeral Home in Arcadia. It's amazing. By the way, The Highwayman, which is the recent movie that came out with Kevin Costner, he actually came and visited.
Yes, he
Kevin
talked to
Costner
Perry to get, the facts and everything on how
Right.
it all happened, and yeah,
He
it was
wanted-
really cool.
Yeah, he wanted authenticity, and I think
Yes.
he achieved it. It's a great movie.
I totally agree.
Again, we're out of time, but again, this is just one more place that you might consider when you come to Arcadia, Bienville Parish. This is actually just up the road in Gippsland, but my goodness, folks, there's no place like it. People come from literally all over the world to see the Bonnie and Clyde Museum.